in play. Fledglings go to town. Luminarch in play. Fledglings go up even higher. Daddy's ready for dinner. Let's take those hits. Down to 9, right?
Nice.
We got a good... Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. Today, we're playing in Mythic between rank 350 and about 700. So, really nice gameplay footage for you. We're playing Selesyna counters. This refers to the color combination of green and white. Counters are the +1/+1s that we put on our creatures permanently. That are the little blue symbols. In case you're not familiar, I'm sure you all are. Of course, we're going to break down the deck list in its entirety, talking about the strategies, the synergies, how do you play it against these other decks? What opening hands are you looking for? If you're not interested in that, jump right into the gameplay footage. I understand. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share the channel to all of your friends along your way, though. So let's get right into it. All right, Fearless Mentor is the name of the deck. We are focusing around the Conclave Mentor, a 2/2, and if one or more +1/+1 counters will be put on a creature you control, put that many +1/+1 counters, +1 instead. So that's great. We're getting additional counters all the time, and whenever the Mentor dies, you gain life equal to its power. So, not only can we make really nice blockers against the aggro decks, but we can also gain some life if they do decide to finally deal with our Mentor, which is quite nice. Of course, we have a lot of things based around this to help us get there. One of the most important is the Felidar Retreat, a enchantment for 4 with landfall, and whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you get to choose one, either creating a 2/2 white cat or putting a +1/+1 on each of your creatures and giving them vigilance until the end of turn. Obviously, this has high synergy within the Conclave Mentor because we'll be getting +2/+2 on every land we play through the landfall. Felidar Retreat is a stackable ability. Conclave Mentor is a stackable ability. You can already see how out of hand this is already going to get. The rest of the deck is, not any further behind in power level than this, though, bringing forth things like Oran-Rief Ooze, Oran-Rief Ooze, a 2/2, and when it enters the battlefield, you put a +1/+1 counter on any creature you control, whether it be it or another. Obviously, if the Mentor is in play, this effect is doubled. And then more importantly, whenever it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each attacking creature with a +1/+1 counter on it. So, when we attack with the Ooze, everything gets a +1/+1 counter. Again, this is doubled down through each Conclave Mentor we have in play. Really nice synergies here. It gets better with Fearless Fledgling. This is a 2 CMC 1/1 with landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, the Fledgling gets a +1/+1 counter and gains flying until the end of turn. So, again, those +1/+1s can be doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled down, oddly enough, which is pretty crazy. So this is going to be a big bird. No need to call it a fledgling. This is a master of the skies very quickly and very effectively within our games. Luminarch Aspirant, I'm bringing up this last, but it's actually one of the better cards right now in the meta, which just goes to show the overall synergy and power level within this deck. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control. Again, this gets doubled through the Mentor. Amazing. So there's multiple ways to be putting multiple +1/+1 counters on the creatures you control. We're going to talk about that in a second. Let's break down the rest of the deck because, they do have things like this Swarm Shambler. This is a 1-drop. It's a 0/0 that enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. Again, that can be +2/+2, +3/+3. You see the synergies unfolding. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it becomes the target of a spell your opponent controls, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. This is great. So all of our stuff is going to have +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever targeted removal happens, we get an insect made out of the whole shadeal. So, at least we're having some relative value, and we can also eat up some of our spare mana if we don't decide to block by paying 1, tapping it to put a +1/+1 counter on the Shambler. Again, if we have the Mentors in play, that pay 1 to tap it becomes, very high value because, you're putting 2, putting 3, so on and so forth. Not to mention the strength of Stonecoil Serpent. This is a colorless creature that has very high synergy within the deck. It also has Reach, I'm sorry, Rogues. It also has Trample, I'm sorry, Defenders, and it has protection from multicolor. Sorry, Rogues again for the most part. cannot be destroyed with Drown in the Loch, which is quite cool. So protection from multicolored is, you know, very, very nice. The Serpent enters the battlefield with an X +1/+1 counter on it. Obviously, the converted mana cost is X, so it can fill the gaps within your curve. We like to curve out aggressively. It is an aggro-oriented deck. If we play it as a 1-drop, sure. If we play it as a 2-drop, sure. If we, you know, don't have a 3-drop and we have a 2-drop and this, you know, then we can play our 2-drop and then play this as a 1-drop for turn 3. So, you know, it fills the gap anywhere. And if we are top decking it later game, you know, 5/5, 7/7, whatever it happens to be, that's fine. And it's cool because, you know, obviously it is going to grow on us as well. A little bit of removal in the deck through Skyclave Apparition, 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, exile target non-land, non-token permanent and opponent controls with converted mana cost 4 or less until it leaves the battlefield, on which point, you know, the opponent will create an XX blue illusion equal to that card's converted mana cost. 2 copies of our Gemrazer. This is a 4/4 with Reach and Trample. Mutate for 3, and whenever this creature mutates, destroy target artifact or enchantment and opponent controls. This is nice for destroying, you know, those pesky artifacts and enchantments, just like it says. We can also pop it on to our Stonecoil Serpent for maximum carnage. Also our Swarm Shambler as well. So, you know, the Serpent already has Trample, so, you know, that's fine. The Shambler does not already have Trample, so I like to go to the Shambler, but sometimes the Serpent just ends up being a bigger creature and, you know, you can deal more damage that way. With that all being said, we've got a couple more goodies before we break down our strategies and synergies. 2 Emeria's Call for 7, sorcery speed, 2/4/4 Angels. Everything else gets indestructible until our next turn. 4 copies of the Turntimber Symbiosis, also for 7 sorcery speed. Looking at the top 7, pulling a creature. If its CMC is 3 or less, it gets +3/+3 counters on it. That is, you know, doubled down. Well, not doubled down because it's +3/+3. Yeah, it happens at once, so it only puts down 4, but still, nonetheless, it's very, very nice. And then, of course, the Serpentine Wood, paying 3 life to come in untapped on the backside. 2 copies of the Great Henge. X less to cast, where it's our most powerful creature in play, you know, with the Mentor helping everything get quite buff. That's, you know, not uncommon to play this for 2. We can tap it to add 2 mana to our pool, also gaining 2 life. And whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. You can see how this ties the whole deck together. You know, more counters that get doubled down, which is great. So, you know, the synergies within this deck are very, very high. We've got 6 plains, 6 forests, 4 Branchloft Pathways, and 4 Fabled Passages. The passages are nice because we do have the Fledgling, we do have the Retreat, and we do have, you know, some stringent mana costs within the Skyclave Apparition, the Mutate of the Gemrazer, potentially trying to hit those on turn 3 consistently. So, you know, the land's really nice. We've got it fine-tuned for you guys, and the overall game plan here is really nice because there's more than one way to put +1/+1 counters on your creatures each turn to take advantage of the Mentor. For example, the Retreat is a stackable thing that can be done just by the play of a land. The Aspirant happens organically at the beginning of your combat. The Fledgling happens organically at the play of a land, right? We do have to pay for stuff like the Shambler and, you know, the Serpent when it enters, the Oran-Rief when it enters as well, but there's some really nice things. The Great Henge can be triggered every turn with a new creature play too. So there's some really nice ways to stack it up. So, you know, if we retreat +1, the Fledgling gets the +1. Those are doubled. Now the Fledgling just got +4. The Luminarch puts another 2 on it, right? So, you know, the Fledgling is going to be your main damage output engine through flying. We also have Trample through the Serpent and then through the Gemrazer on the Swarm Shambler as well if we want. Of course, it can go anywhere that's non-human. The only human we have is the Luminarch Aspirant, the pesky little bugger there, or Madame, I should say. So that's the deck list. That's the strategies and synergies. Go wide, stack your tokens, smash home, use flying, use trample, you know, Skyclave, things that get in your way, so on and so forth. Try to get that Henge out so you have that late, and I shouldn't say late game. You never want to go late game, but mid-game draw engine as well. So thanks for your time and attention. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to all of your friends. Arena is coming to mobile, you guys. Anybody on Android, I want you bugging them. Hey, did you hear Magic is coming out on Android? You can finally play. Did you know that I follow someone on YouTube that makes free-to-play content, so it's going to be a friendly experience for you to check out? Send them my way. I'm going to take care of all of the brand new mobile users playing Arena, get you guys hooked up with some sick Kaldheim decks that are free to play. So, you know, lots coming your guys' way. I'm really excited. And if you want to support financially, you can like, you know, comment, subscribe. That's not really financial, but I'm losing it. We're losing them. You can do so on Twitch, Patreon, and becoming a YouTube member, of course. With that out of the way, you guys, thank you for watching. And don't forget to download the Assistant metagame analysis, statistics, collection, ladder, media. I'm losing it. That is in the Overwolf or the Linktree link. You'll find it. The Assistant, download it to help support. And most importantly, than all of my incoherent rambling for you guys in the last few minutes, enjoy the video, right? And let me know what you think of it. And we'll see you soon with our final thoughts. Our opponent goes first. Maya is kind of in and out of today's video. She's active. She's no longer sleeping. She says, "Hey, mister. The warmest it's ever been. Take me out." But I'm like, do you want to eat or not? We got grind out videos for cat food, Maya. Right? Thank you guys for your support. If you want to, you know, help the cat food fund, just like the video. Easy, right? That's all you have to do. Smash a like. Right? Maya likes the sound of that. She likes the sound of that. Hey, smash a like, Maya. Woohoo! Get him, girl. Let's just 2-2 it. If we're playing rogues, we want the next one to be a 3-3, right? To just basically drop their game plan. Look at her go. Running away from Zendikar. They need to kill a serpent. Hopefully they don't. Right? We'll pretend that they don't have anything on us. I mean, the serpent for 3 is ideal. But they probably have a counterspell. Let's pull the counterspell. Fledgling is like not a card you'd counter, but one of the best uncommon creatures within Zendikar Rising. It's countered, right? So we're pulling that counterspell like we wanted. Cancel. Are we worried about losing life? No. I would rather a secondary... Actually, cancel. Let's do this first. Let's attack. We'll hold this information, right? You have to play rogues really effectively. If you're playing against rogues, you know, make sure that you're sequencing all of your plays correctly on your phases. This is something that is a resolution of mine for the year as well. You know, lots of people are like, oh, I gotta get healthy and stuff. It's like, no, you gotta improve your sequencing in Magic the Gathering. Right? Don't off-sequence, bro. I know it sucks pressing the spacebar or next, but do it correctly. Okay, so they're folding in. And I trade with this. Nah, I don't trade with it. I leave it. Serpent for 2. You know what it is, boy. No attacks. We have protection from multicolor. Sorry, drown in the lock. Right? That's one of their good removal spells. Also, Heartless Act is worthless once we can get them above 3 counters because they remove the 3 counters, go to 0/0, they die. So, you know, eliminate. We will always die to. Heartless Act we can get around. Oh, it's a Brazen Borrower. I will double block that Thought Thief. Or do we? I mean, it's annoying. Let's try to long con it. It's annoying. And I hate it. I need to land off the top. Yeah. 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 Yeah, we did. Oh, Vigilance? +1/+1 counter? You think, bro? Two 3/3s. That's gonna be fun. Could be Death Touch. Can't kill them both. Right? Enforcer, it very well could be. Keep it nice and wide here. Three land. Robber, Thought Thief. Borrower, 4 cards in hand. We've got Retreat, Luminarch, 3 Serpents. If there is a Drown in the Lock, it's going to hit our Aspirant. The Serpent's dodging Drown in the Lock is so good. Another Borrower. Interesting. No attacks, though, which is great. Woof. +1/+1 counter. Vigilance! All our boys are back up again. Is this even legal, bro? Is this even legal? Oh, someone redeemed a BM. Comes with a kiss, though. What you get for playing the rogues. What you get. Watch them beat us now? No. I think we're in a pretty comfortable position here. The Vigilance with the reach really seals the deal. And then, of course, we do have Trample offensively as well. So if there's a chump block here, the damage still goes through, which makes it super duper awkward. The Wind Robber should chump block the Aspirants, right? Because then it would interrupt 3 damage. The Serpent here still hits for 4 because of the Trample. And I guess the math has been predetermined. The computer's a lot faster at it than me. So very, very nice. And the Serpents against Rogues, you guys. Feeling very, very good. Our opponent goes first. Our land looks real bad to the bones. So we got them all gonna. Keeping 6. You know, they're not really showing us what they're playing with. We don't get a companion here, so we don't know that they're immediately playing either Rogues or Dimir. I guess the Dimir Control is what I call, you know, the Ashock variant. The adult version. This hand's really good. I don't want to throw anything away, but if I had to choose, it would be a land. Because we'll draw more land, and if we don't, I'm going to be heartbroken. Land off the top. Not quite. Oh! Playing blue, which could mean targeting our creatures, so the Shambler is nice. Everything else can be plains for the Apparition. But we need more land. Cynic, that's not a land. We should have thrown the Retreat because we drew another one. No! Plains in play. Luminarch in play. Should be countered. Isn't. They bounce it? Petty theft? Yeah, okay. If they don't have removal, they're playing Simic. They can bounce it, they can, you know, lock its ability to tap it. But that's fine. Where's that land? We cannot miss a land. Okay, 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 okay. Luminarch in play. We're safe from Walling Disruption. Okay, they're just playing the creature. Just playing the creature, man!
can't block the Shambler. But we should get counters on everything if any targeting is to occur. Then we're getting the insects via the Shambler's ability. Hashtag 4-man's proliferate coming up. Even though it works real good. Right? If you could proliferate on every land drop, sick. They're trying to play a little tempo game, huh? A little tempo under your step, bruh? So let's attack first. Protection from multicolored is always nice. There could be some flash blockers like Wildborn Preserver, you know, the Fox Rider Elf. It's like a 2/2, and there was something else I'm just about with a shark for 2 sharks. Kill the Shambler, which is actually good for us, and not the Aspirant. I appreciate that. Pick up the Borrower. Hopefully we just draw lands from this point out, right? Or I guess Conclave Mentor. Stop it. You talk too much, man. Yeah. I guess there could be a counterspell and that sucks. There's not. Which is really good news. I'm worried. 5 untaps mana plus a 2/2. They could cycle and grab a 3/3. Sorry about that. I don't know if you guys heard that. That was just through my headphones. Rock and sock 'em my eardrums, though. No attacks. I'm so scared of these untapped islands. They didn't utilize their mana. Interesting. This does nothing. Let's try to pull a counterspell, and then we're not scared of untapped islands. They're not into it, really. I'm still not into it. There's no hold up. What's happening? I've never been so scared. Just grab us some lands, finally. Well, I mean, not a land, but it's still pretty good. What are we gonna risk? Skyclave we could risk. It's like the least important to us. Right? Cycle another shark, double block. Okay, just a single block. We're playing it pretty cautious. I'm worried. There's Ugin territory right here. If this is just Simic Ugin, I'm gonna cry.
Power without wisdom. Reality.
You're a really funny guy, eh? So that happened.
Ghost fire, my greatest creation.
Deep breaths. Let's not lose our cool. It could be a petty theft. Could be 2 petty thefts, for all I know. There probably is. Oh, that's a big shark! That's why you double attack. That's why you double attack. Shark has lethal, basically, already. With a cultivate. Grody, man. Oh, it's Temur. There's a Genesis ultimatum coming our way. And I didn't know. I was so confused. I wish I had that information earlier. And I really wish that this picked up tokens. I cannot explain how much I wish that. Right? Oh, no. No, 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 no. Our only chance to go wide right now. If we don't get anything, I understand, but I need that in play after we take 7 damage to pull a land and play our retreat. Genesis ultimatum for 13. Giant defender. Woof. Plus, you know, whatever else was in that. They didn't attack either. Upsetting. Very upsetting. Oh! Ay caramba. How can you do this to me, man? Maybe we can get the shark up. I don't know. We'll take 7 and then we can go up to 7 and trade with it the second time around. Oh my god. First ultimatum. I'll try to fight through it. I'll try to fight through an Ugin. Back to back, though, that hurts. Our opponent goes first. We're lacking land, but it's a pretty light deck. I like this. I mean, it's gonna be awkward, but we have the answers before they can get to the henge. Stomp coming at us. It's better than losing the mentor, right? Let's stop the henge. Or at least slow it down. We can Gemraze it as well, if it does enter. They really want it. And I say no! Down to 3 cards in hand. A third. Wow. If we top deck an Apparition... Awkward. Just chilling. Just chilling, looking for a henge here, I guess. Take the hit. Doesn't feel good. Mammoth in play. Okay. Mentor in play. This is not bad. Land in play. Fledglings go to town. Luminarch in play. Fledglings go up even higher. Daddy's ready for dinner. Let's take those hits. Down to 9, right? We've got a good field state. We're ready to deal with most things. That's not a henge or a passage. We're good. I'm still hung up on the henge. They have 2 mana left over. They're hitting us for a lot here. I mean, that does represent lethal. We have to block something. If we get a land, we win. If not, we're in serious trouble. Right? I'm almost tempted. Down to 5. They get a blocker. And they have another. Nice. We get the land. That's so good. Wow. Wow. Fearless Fledgling. Not only viable in my free-to-play decks, also available now within my Mythic decks. Oh my god. Such a good card. So the land is awkward. Obviously no plains. Lots of forest and green sources. But I'm still going to keep it. We're playing first. And I like that. There's no way we get to 7. 4 in hand. Maybe we do. I'm not risking it though. Let's just have a nice slow start. Hello, good game with the hearts. A true fan. Real recognize real. Maybe he'll think we're a mono green deck. We really need that plains. This turn we needed it. Right? The exile's good on the Serpent. Because even if we break the exile with the Gemrazer, it comes in as a 0/0 and can't survive. Shoot. I guess we should be playing that afterwards. Right? Because then I think that we can beat the Cobra, but I actually am kind of trying to tempt them into trading with it, so that's why I play it first, is because then they know we don't have anything. They're like, okay, I know I can trade with this, rather than like, you know, I think this person can definitely play something on top of it to beat me, so I'm not going to block. Just the Mammoth. Okay. Plains. No! Down to 11. Goodness gracious, we need a plains. We risked it, and I don't know if it's really worth it at this point. There's exile. There's a... No, they can't. No, yeah, they can. There's an aspirant. Skyclave Aspirant. It's gonna ruin our day. Should've went wide. Great Horn. Interesting. Not nearly as bad as I expected, but not good. Selesyna Landfall. That's what we're playing against for sure. So they've got, oh my goodness. They got a big hit here. Ooh. casket basically breaks our serpent. Do they crack it? Now they don't. Interesting. They must have the retreat. No words. No words. We have trample. If we can chump block and maintain trample. 1-4. Where are our planes? We could be winning. Right? We could have won if we had a planes off the start. Oh, I see why. Nice. I see why. Disgusting. No mutate on it first, though. I thought there'd be a mutate prior to this. Still really gross. They go up to 3 land here. They can play to 4. And then mutate their hearts off. Don't you dare do this to us. Because, you know, they... Okay, so they miss out. They miscalculate because you need 6 lands. And they had 6, but they sacrificed their 6, which took them down to 5. They do get it here, though, right? So a little bit of a sequencing error on their behalf. But it's okay. They need to defend. Are you serious? Ouch. That's just like bad luck. Our opponent goes first, and you know, would you look at this land? Wow. Both colors. Good for us. Right, let's pull the removal here. Hopefully there's not a bunch of it. We know there's no Spikefield Hazard, or they would have played it. Robber, that's good as well. Fledgling. Blocks. Snacks. Can the Mentor survive? No. Try. One attack, that's good. You know, next turn we go retreat and just push things up to get a henge out cheaply. No way. Nice. We're getting roasted here. I'm so over Robert the Rich in the meta. Right? No attacks. 16 life still. We have some hope because of the henge. We're double retreating. Going wide first before anything. Do two. Pass. Save the Serpent in case we can't henge alpha the land. Right, we're sitting on 5. This costs 7. So no, the henge wouldn't even work if we pull the land to +1. Oh no, it would because there's 2 +1s. There's an Emberclave here, isn't there? The day just gets better and better. What a life. It still goes to the giant, I bet. Okay, the robber, that makes sense. Ridiculous. Gemrazer? No. And no land drop. Cry. There's no world in which we come back from this.
Nice. That's a good play. Alright, we actually didn't have the Fabled Passages in the deck until this match, believe it or not. That's going to help out a lot, you know what I mean? Gonna eliminate some of those problems we've been having, and it makes the deck even stronger because the double land entry on the field, right? So cool things coming our way. Backside enters tapped. Mentor. We need something else to be making counters, though. Well, let's just go for it. Maybe we can get, you know, Luminarch Aspirant, Fearless Fledgling, even a Stonecoil Serpent, Swarm Shambler, Oran-Rief Ooze. Wow, too much of a good thing. Saving the passage to crack it on the landfall, hopefully. Linden, that's not good. Daxos can attack, but that's a good defender. Okay, so this is kind of what we were wanting. So even though we're casting this for 2, it's actually going to come in for... What? Is this double? No, just that much +1. So it'll come in as a 5/5. It's good for us. Then we can trample on it. It's going to be a 9/9. Well, it actually already has trample. Oh, but they're in the air. That's delicious. We can artifact or enchantment. Perfect. It's a big hit, but we're going to eat up that. Oh, but that is so good. Do you think we can take one more hit? I certainly can. Or do. Especially when it's one of those passages we were talking about. Yeah. Everybody gets tough. Everybody gets tough, baby. Everybody gets tough. Hey, casual 13/13. Trample and Vigilance. A little bit of reach in the house. Yeah. Alright, opponent goes first. Illegal! Jokes. Oh, mono red. Double illegal. A double legal. But if we play... Yeah, let's just pull the removal. Pull the removal. Always pull the removal. More removal. Always removal. Mono red. Robber of I hate you. I get a serpent. That's not so bad. But they're tapped. Is that going to be good for us in any way? Not really. I've got a trick up my sleeve. Tell them. They don't know what the Swarm Shambler does. We mustn't tell them. Let's just play the Shamblers. Be really sad that we're against mono red. Need to block you. They could still remove. They don't. We get the trade. Mwah! They're gonna play our Serpent for a 3/3 though, and that makes me sad as well. Oh god. Don't you do this to me, man! Oh, they want to keep 1 mana up? Question mark? Wow. Okay, this makes sense. Starting to make some sense. Do not want to be paying for these, but we don't have any other play. We can do the same thing, right?
right? But this time it goes to a 3/3. Gross. This Embereth can be activated for 4 as well, so we need to be careful. We need to be careful. Do we trade with it? Probably. Could be an Embercleave. And that's very sad. Right, I'm into trading. I'm not into getting cleaved. Right? Not totally into that one. Ooh, it hurts too, right? Oh, why don't you put it on the Serpent? Get Gemrazer. Right. It hurts. It hurts. It's not a good thing. Especially us right now. Let's go all out. Oh, we have a retreat. I mean, we're getting there. We've got some body in play. And they can Embereth. Crikey. So it's going to be a 4/4. Are we getting clowned today? Like, what is happening? Why are people playing mono red? We just take 10 damage and die? Nine damage. Much more acceptable. Down to 1. That's all we need, man. All we need. No, they just could kill us with any direct damage. Frustrating. And damage. We've got a fair amount of blocking capability as well. Right, we're blocking for 12 potentially. It does need to be spread up, and if there's any direct damage, we lose. So we're trying our best. No. Cool beans. Cool beans, beans! This hand is no good. I'm not falling for the trap twice. We can keep this. We're going to toss the retreat. And we'll pull another. Right? We learned that lesson as well. Playing slow with the Emeria's call. Alrighty, let's go. Amy has rabies. What kind of flags are these? Is this like the Netherlands? Where's this coming from? Is that France? I don't know. I do not know, you guys. Maybe we could reef first. No play. It's gotta be a counter spell, hey? Or it's a stomp or something. Jeskai. Goals here. Okay. They could have waited until we targeted it. Right, then it would be a 2/2, not a 3/3. Unless they're not worried about it, I don't know. I do not know. I'm sure there's more jazz here. Okay, Soul Seer. It's a Soul Seer city! Spread it around. Looking for our beloved Retreat, which we tossed. I guess we should have tossed a land, it looks like. We've had that fall the other way too, though, right? Where we tossed the land and pulled the second Retreat, so it's a hard. Typically, I always am tossing land, but once you're burned for the day, you're burned for the day. Interesting. Let's have this in play just in case. Oh, it's a human. We hate our lives. And our turn. Cool. Yup. Smack him. Ending our turn. Thirst is fine. Probably wanting to go wide with the Gemrazer if it weren't for the Banishing Light removal. Transmogrify. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. They have 6 mana. They could play a token for 2, Transmogrify for 4, or is it 5? It's 4, yeah. Uh-oh! They're still digging. They're digging. That's good. Good news, I guess, right? There's no blue mana available for counter magic. Land or creature, both are great. Fledgling's in play. We mutate to the Fledgling. Over top, we kill the Banishing Light. Right, now we get a double triggies. Double triggies. A Luminarch 1, a Luminarch 2. I guess we could have fallen victim to Soul Seer again, couldn't we have? But now it's at 6/6. It's safe. We have lethal next turn, potentially. Ending our turn. We have a passage on the Fledgling as well. Ooh. We could take it to a 5/5. They gain 5 life, and they draw 5 cards. Hot dog. Hot dog, up to 12. We don't have that much damage. Not without the Fledgling. Our turn. They toss a Trawler. We know they've got removal. That makes me sad. Right? They've got the Banishing Light and stuff. Yes. Doesn't matter. We need to leave that there. We'll just cast this from top. Actually, does this add colorless mana? No. It'd be cool if Passage added colorless mana. Oh, I would love that. End our turn. You know, we pull a land. We can do our Turntimber for a Mentor. Or an Apparition if we need removal. Even a Gemrazer. No, Gemrazer doesn't mutate. So yeah, probably just a Mentor or an Apparition. A Retreat off the top, we crack the Passage. Creature off the top, we just play it. They have a lot of cards in hand, right? 8 available mana. They could just No, they could not because the serpent. The serpent dodges Ugin, which is always so much fun. Alright, Soulseer. I understand, I was worried about that earlier. But then I didn't want to put it all on the other, because they could just exile it or something, or bounce it, who knows, right? Into the Trawler, which we can just kill, right? We still hold lethal, don't we? I'm pretty sure that's just good game. Yeah. The math there does not add up, and we crawl back up to a 50% win rate. Disclaimer, I mentioned free-to-play for the Call Time Boys. This isn't my free-to-play deck. This is a little bit more of an aggressive build. The Fledgling's free-to-play and the Mentors are free-to-play, I guess. With that out of the way, you know, great deck, super-duper powerful, but if there's removal, it sucks, right? Field wipes, super sucks. They out-aggro you, kind of sucks, right? So we need to form a little bit more life gain than just the Mentor, I feel like. It's nice. The Mentor and Henge is good, but some of those aggro decks beat us down too quickly. And, you know, we might need something like the Glass Casket, more removal to interrupt them. I think this is really promising, but I think that there's a little bit more work to do. So let me know in the comments below, how would you upgrade this deck, you guys? How do we take it from, you know, this 50-60% win rate, luck of the draw situation, which, you know, that's best of one. But how can we break it? How can we make this more consistent, more effective, and more efficient? Let me know. Thanks for you guys' time and attention. If you want to support financially, do so on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube. And of course, we do have that Amazon link, which you can shop through as well. Of course, if you can't afford to do so, I understand. Just liking the videos, the watch time, just your general engagement, it does not go unnoticed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whether you've been here from the very beginning or this is your first video, I appreciate you wholeheartedly. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care, and we'll see you soon.